expenditure efficiencies, and I just want to point out two things. With the operational efficiency, where we're gaining $8.6 million in spending reductions by going through the budget and looking for vendors that are either overcharging us, contracts that should be renegotiated. $8.6 million is a paltry sum for such an exercise. And I'm going to give you one example that apparently was overlooked. We are 3 years delayed on a project at the OEMC 911 Center to replace the CAD, the Computer Assisted Dispatch System. The vendor, Central Square, who we hired to do this, is 3 years behind in its final deliverable. And there's a fine of $10,000 a day.
Look at Brandon. He can't even look at him.
Beyond the deadline.
He can't even look at this man. It's probably his fucking cousins. It's probably his fucking cousins.
That's bigger than the total amount that this contract efficiency exercise has found as a part of next year's budget. We're only beginning to scratch the surface. On the payroll reductions, reducing the headcount by 10 people in your office, Mr. President, 26 across the rest of the enterprise. That is 0.09% of our headcount.
0.09%.
I think we can do better. And by the way, out of the 26 positions that we're eliminating, 10 of them are in the police department. 8 of those 10 are responsible for compliance with the consent decree. Does anyone really think that's a good idea?
No.
I certainly don't. I think it's a good idea to go through the budget line by line and look
at
for
this
efficiency.
clown. Look
Look
around
for
the room.
reductions in headcount.
You clown.
Look for savings we can find
the
in
thing is,
contracts.
they already
This is not
released the
that.
spoiler.
And unless
City
we do
council
it,
ends up
we're going to
approving
be
the
right
fucking
back here
budget.
next year with the structural deficit that there's no way out of except a property tax increase. And we're going to have this same exercise and this same argument all over again. It's unavoidable, and we have to do it. The time to do it is now, not next year. I don't look forward to this budget debate next year. As bad as this was, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably going to be worse next year. And I regret
Look
that.
at that
I have
face.
to vote no.
Look at that face.
Thank you. The chair recognizes Alderwoman Lee.
Oh, here she goes, Eric. Here she goes.
Thank you, Mr.
Here's
President.
my Walderman. What's this bitch gonna say? You fucking bitch.
I was hoping to vote yes on this budget today. And as the vice chair of the budget committee, I worked really hard over the recent weeks to be a part of the solution, to bring people together, to be reasonable and flexible and accommodating to a diversity of concerns. So I'm deeply disappointed today to say that I cannot vote to support this deeply flawed.
Wow, Nicole. Wow, Nicole.
Wow.
It's our job.
You're not getting enough kickbacks or what, bitch?
Constituents' tax dollars, to ask the tough questions and to demand accountability where it's lacking. The services we rely on and the hardworking people who provide them aren't free.
No.
The taxes we pay ensure we can have clean streets, police, firefighters, librarians, public health nurses and mental health workers, and more. We're all adults here, and we understand all of that. So while I expressed concerns about raising property taxes without ensuring city spending was efficient and as transparent as possible, I'm just as concerned about this new plan. We've all felt the pressure to oppose a property tax increase this year, and if we're being honest, every year. But simply dropping the property tax increase without other meaningful structural measures to raise revenue and address this deficit is irresponsible. We can't afford to keep kicking the can down the road, and I fear that this is what we're doing here. All expert accounts indicate that this budget's over-reliance on one-time remedies rather than structural solutions are going to lead us to multiple credit rating agency downgrades, leading to higher costs of borrowing and a worse financial position for all of us in the out years. Respectfully, while I know everyone is exhausted and has worked hard, there's much more work to be done to improve this process on the part of your office, sir. And because of this disorganized process, I fear that we're now set up for an even worse set of choices next year, for an even worse budget season. Mayor, I hope that you and your team will conduct a thorough postmortem on this process, starting right away. Please don't wait until August to start thinking this over. Our shared constituents can't afford this level of chaos again. I stand ready to participate in that honest review process and to help be a part of a responsible and fair solution next year. Today, for all the reasons I've mentioned and more, I am a no vote. Thank you.
Okay, the chair recognizes Alderwoman Hatton.